How to master Queen's Gambit move orders in chess. Imagine walking into a chess game and knowing exactly how to set up your pieces to control the center from the very first move. That's what mastering the Queen's Gambit is all about. It starts with the move 1, d4, which opens up the game for your light-squared bishop and queen, and then follows with 2, c4, offering a pawn to black. This move is designed to tempt black into giving you a strong foothold in the middle of the board. But the real trick is knowing how black might respond and how you should react to keep your strategy on track. Black can accept the pawn with 2, dxc4, which is called the Queen's Gambit accepted. If they do, your goal is to quickly regain that pawn while establishing a powerful pawn chain with moves like e4. You want to develop your knight to c3 and your bishop to f4 or g5 to put pressure on black's position. If black declines the pawn with 2 e6, that's the Queen's Gambit declined. Here, you should focus on developing your pieces smoothly, like placing your knight on c3 and your bishop on g5 or f4. You can also prepare to challenge black's center with moves like e4 or cxd5 later on. Another popular response is the Slav defense, where black plays 2, c6. This move supports the d5 pawn and prepares to develop the light-squared bishop outside the pawn chain. Against this, you can develop your knight to c3 and your other knight to f3, keeping options open for exchanging pawns or maintaining tension. The key to mastering move orders is knowing these main responses and how to adapt your plans accordingly. For example, after 2, dxc4, playing 3. nf3 or 3e3 helps you recapture the pawn and develop quickly. Against 2, e6, you might choose to develop your bishop to g5 or f4 to put pressure on black's position. It's also important to recognize the typical pawn structures that come from each variation. Knowing when to exchange pawns or keep tension helps you decide your next move. For example, exchanging on d5 in certain positions can open lines for your pieces, while in others, keeping the tension can keep your opponent guessing. Developing your minor pieces efficiently is essential. Focus on controlling the c4 and e5 squares, which are often key battlegrounds in this opening. Practicing these move orders through model games and analyzing how strong players handle different responses will boost your confidence. Pay attention to their move sequences and how they transition from the opening into the middle game. Remember, the goal is to control the center, develop your pieces harmoniously, and stay flexible. With consistent practice and understanding of these main variations, you'll be able to set up the Queen's Gambit confidently and steer the game in your favor.